Hey troops, it is GeneralJSmith here, otherwise known as Josh, with my very first LEGO Star Wars 2014 set review. Now, this one is a Microfighter, so it isn't actually an actual set. It is the only one I own, and because I think it's one of the best Microfighters, well, probably the best, so that's why I've only got this one as opposed to the other Microfighters. It is the Clone Turbo Tank. It's not actually doesn't have Microfighter in the name. If you see there, it doesn't actually say Microfighter. It just says Clone Turbo Tank. Set number is 75028. Ages in 6 to 12. Comes with 96 pieces, and retails for £9 or I don't know. I assume $9 or $10. Yeah. So there you go. I got this off Lego.com, which you can buy all the sets now. You know, including all the Microfighters and everything. I'll see how this goes. You know, leave in the comments, please, if you want me to do the other Microfighters. If you do, then I may consider it, but at the moment, the system sets are definitely my priority. Now, I'm doing these videos slightly different. You may notice it's a different format, whereas before, you know, it was like just base plates with a floor, but now I've decided I'm going to test this set. Like, I'll be testing it on studs and on here. It doesn't really work, obviously, like the Starfighters or things. But for things like this, where it has wheels that can sort of roll, I'll be testing on these two different surfaces. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Also, you may notice it is still in the box. Now, the reason because of that, the Let's Builds on my channel get the most views, definitely. So obviously, I want to maximize that. So I've decided I will be doing a Let's Build for every single set. However, some sets, for example, the smaller ones like this, I will be doing a Let's Build at the same time as the reviews. Basically, I'm going to build it right here, obviously sped up for you. And yeah, and I'll be doing a review after that, obviously. So then, okay, so I suppose we better start building this thing.
I will find you, seek you, and make you better. Louder.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that speed build. Probably really quick for you. It took me about 9 minutes according to the camera. So, yeah. It's a bit longer than I thought it would. I think it would take me 5 minutes, but, you know, whatever. These, if I can get them, these are the spare pieces you get. Yeah. Not really you can really use that well. So I'm just trying to reposition my light. Okay. Not really those you can use that well, but, you know, it's still cool to have some extra pieces. Always cool. So yeah, it was a kind of fun build. Nothing really to say about the build in itself. I mean, yeah, it's really what I expected. It's a bit more bulky than I thought it'd be. The box sort of makes it look sort of really unimpressive in any way. So it's quite bulky. I mean, obviously for a miniature version. So yeah, but really, I mean, you know, it's really, you get what you expect you'll get. You know, nothing particularly special. You know, it's pretty much the same as the box. It's a bit longer than it may appear, but, you know, it looks cool on like a desk or something. Like if you want like a little desk thing, that's cool. But I don't really see anyone trying to get more than perhaps 2 of this set, like as a whole. Because you're probably going to get it just for this figure, which by the way is awesome. And if you are, then you'll probably just go on eBay to buy a bunch of these separately. So I doubt anyone will get like 2 or more of just like the whole set. Because I mean, really, you're not going to ever need more than 2 of these. To be honest with you, because it's not like you can. Because I've seen tricks when perhaps in stop motions, or maybe even if you're making micro mock, you could, you know, like put it in the background. Try and make it like if you want a clone turbo tank, it's meant to look like it's far away. You can put it in the background, like a smaller one. I mean, so. And it obviously looks smaller, so it looks further away. But you can't really do it with this one because it's got a gaping hole and it doesn't look ridiculously close to an actual clone turbo tank. So, yeah. But anyway, onto it. The main reason I think everyone will get it is the Clone Trooper, the Phase 2 normal one. Yeah. He's got the exact same helmet mold and everything as the old ones we got. I mean, the old Phase 2 Troopers, like the Fire First and the other one. Torso printing is exactly the same as the Phase 1 Trooper. However, I think that is kind of accurate, so nothing more to say about that. Leg printing. Okay, oops. Leg printing. It does have leg printing, which is awesome. You know, I don't think we've ever got a normal trooper that has leg printing. Normally, the only troopers that have leg printing are like the special ones. So, yeah. So it's cool to get that. However, you do only get them in one set, which is kind of annoying. However, I do understand Lego's logic, and I'll go into that in a minute. So kind of, yeah, it's pretty basic leg printing, but kind of cool. You know, I can definitely see it's being used a lot. In a way, it's so simple, it's awesome, because, you know, you can easily use it on pretty much all figures, you know, and it's just, it looks right for this figure. It does look like good, decent leg printing. If it had arm printing, even better, but, you know, whatever. It does look very cool. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it, though. Yeah. As I said, the torso is exactly the same. Helmet, exactly the same mold as the other Phase 2 ones we got in 2013. The mouthpiece is quite detailed, which is awesome. Got these little lines on the side. No printing on the back or anything. But this is awesome. I would love to see an army of these guys. So awesome. That would be epic. You get a Phase 2, like the new ones. So that's awesome. You get the new Phase 1 Trooper helmet, head, whatever. So that's cool. Just the same as the others, I think. Exactly the same. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because it's awesome. Yeah. You can sort of see his skin under there, but some nice printing there. Yeah. Cool, very cool. Comparing it to the only other Phase 2 Trooper we've ever got, this one, and obviously the major difference is the fact that it's got an open visor. You see, you can actually see through it, and you need a black head underneath, which is a bummer. I don't like that, because I like to have clone heads underneath. Some people like the see-through visor, but I don't really. I much prefer the new one. Obviously, the detailing on the torso and everything is a lot more defined and everything. The helmets, this one's, I suppose I prefer this helmet more if the visor was filled in, but it's not, so yeah. And also, a major difference is the fact that, you know, when you turn his head, it sort of goes up, because, like, this thing comes down in the front. Obviously, with this one, you do not have to do that. So that's good. Obviously, this one is a lot newer, so the printing is a lot more defined and everything. So that's cool. Yeah, get a cool thing like that. It just comes with a normal blaster, normal gun. Yeah. I think you can just basically see all the differences. This one has a lot more sort of ridges and everything. This one's a lot more smooth. If you have other Phase 2 Troopers, then you'll probably know. Yeah. So yeah. So there we go. It's pretty much the entire reason why you'd get this set. You wouldn't really get it for any other reason. Oh yeah, by the way, I understand a lot of people are annoyed of the fact that you only get this really awesome figure in this one set. Yeah, I understand why Lego did that, and I suppose I don't blame them. The reason is because, you know, the Microfighters are replacing the planet sets, and one of the reasons the planet sets didn't succeed was because the figures, there was no real reason to get them. The best one was the Coruscant one because it came with a clone. However, even then, because, you know, we had the clone battle pack, which you got more for your money, really. And, you know, no one bought them because the figures just weren't unique enough. You know, you could get other sets which you'd rather have, you know, and get the same figures and things. So, yeah, they dropped them. So what they've done is they tried to obviously make these sell more by giving them more unique figures that people really want. So that's why they've given us this only Phase 2 Trooper, which we really wanted ever since we first saw them in the Clone Wars. We really wanted this, but they only gave us it in one set. I mean, thankfully, it is a cheap set, so you can get a lot of them, but nonetheless, it is a bit annoying you don't get any other sets, like no other sets at all. It'd be awesome if we did, but, yeah, what can you do? Unfortunately, we will not get them in any other sets, well, at least in the winter, maybe in the summer. I wish we did, but I sort of understand why they did it. Anyway, so he's awesome. On to the actual set. Right, now these wheels are actually a lot more slippery than I thought they'd be. I thought they'd be, like, really stiff. Especially the way they're actually put in. But no, they're actually easily spun. You can easily spin them. Yeah. Let's test it on surfaces. Right, so on a smooth surface, which is my table. Yeah, it's pretty good. Move this down a bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. On a studs, it's still pretty good. Yeah, so there you go. Pretty good. Pretty good rolling. Well, the only features about it are these two flick-fire missiles, which you obviously flick. And there you go. Very simple, as every other set ever. Nothing. That's the only feature it has, other than I suppose the fact that it moves. It has these two guns, in the front, which are meant to represent, the actual ones. Yeah. This stud, I don't know really what that's meant to be. I suppose that's meant to be one of the turrets. If I take down, the big one, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it can't even fit in the shots. But, you're getting a sort of size comparison. If you have the big one, this is it compared to it. So yeah. Kinda small. I assume this stud is meant to be that, or something. And I assume these two pieces are meant to be like those. So yeah. Not incredibly accurate, but nonetheless, still works. It's still pretty sturdy. I actually quite like this set. I like this set more than I thought it would. Obviously, I can't really use it ever, but I actually quite like it. It's kind of like one of those dinky little cute sets, and I actually quite like it. It was not bad. It was not not one you get an army of, but still kind of cool. I kind of like this set. That just feels really cool to me. It feels really cute and everything. I'm sorry, that's just real childish. Anyway, so yeah, that's your size comparison compared to the 210 one. So pretty smart. It can actually, can it? Yeah, it can actually fit inside. That's awesome. See, you can actually roll it out if you wanted to. But anyway, we'll take that out again. I can't take it out. Come on, there we go. And then we'll put this down there. Okay. And then the guy, I think you can easily see how it goes in. You simply bend his legs, put his arms up, and there you go. Oops. Yeah, there you go. He can't go any further back, and that's how he sits. He's kind of obvious, like if you're just holding your desk, it's kind of obvious that the clone trooper, like a huge guy in it. So yeah, it's not really something you need to avoid. Yeah, I suppose if you want to do like a funny stop motion, like a spoof or whatever, then you could use it. That would be cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the set. Is there anything any more to say about it? I suppose I'll go into the instructions. Got some reds, but that's the only colour in the entire set. Yeah. Okay. On the instructions, pretty small. Yeah, even smaller than battle packs. So yeah, really nothing. Just in the back, we get the app. Download the Microfighter's app to your iPad. As I've said many times, I'm not entirely sure if I'm getting any of these. If I do, then it won't be anytime soon. So yeah, that's the pieces list. Not many people's pieces, only 96. So yeah, so it's a good price. £9 for 96 pieces, very good price, very good. On the box, you may notice I ripped it a bit, and yeah, it's because I didn't want to take this out like that, because when I was going to review it, this is sort of, I don't like this method, as many people don't. You may have seen in the speed build of this, it was difficult for me to, but anyway. So on the box, you just get those 6. That's the only feature. That's the one feature. Flick-fire missiles. Flick-fire missiles shouldn't even really be a feature, Mainly because, you know, every single set has them. So it's not like anything individual about the set. So in a way, you could say this set has no features. Because, you know, obviously it's a clone turbo tank, so it has to move. It would have didn't, so... and obviously the clone trooper. New. Unlike the normal sets, like if I get one, unlike these sets where they have them in the corner, you see, this one doesn't. You know, the Microfighters don't have the actual figure in the corner, they just have it up here, and that's it. So there you go. I'm moving up. Okay, and there you go. That is your review of the clone turbo tank with the Phase 2 Trooper. Please give this video a like if you liked it. Please leave a comment down below on whatever you want. You know, I will answer your questions. And please obviously subscribe to my channel. I have all the 2014 sets, in case you didn't see my last update. I hope you like this format. Please leave down in the comments if you do like this new format. You know, with like the different surfaces and with me doing the speed builds of some sets, like within the actual review. So yeah, so please do all that, and I suppose I will see you in my next video, which will probably be, I think, probably the Death Star Troopers Battle Pack. So yeah, bye troops.